I'm Nathan, I'm 23 years old. I started noticing in the shower my hair was falling out when I was about 18 or 19. It wasn't really bad, but I just sort of noticed more was coming out than usual. And then about 2021, I started to get sort of really self-conscious about it, a bit of anxiety about it, like lost some sort of my self-confidence. Yeah, it affects me even from like, going to the hairdresser, so I'll get it styled in certain ways. So I'll have the left side all here is a lot longer and it will actually come across so I could hide this sort of part here, which is the receding part there. So it gets pulled across. Other than that, I wear a hat all the time, like as much as I can. And walking down the street if it's windy, if it's raining, it's just always constantly on my mind. Like I'll look in every shop window there is to check that it's covered, like my bald spots are covered. So it's like almost like exhausting, I would say. It seems like such a little thing. You're like, what do you mean? Like you haven't got any actual things wrong with you, it's just hair. But it takes a lot out of your mental state, I reckon. But yeah. Been so for about 3 years, on and off though, so it was good for like just to get out and stop thinking. I had a lot of times where I just sort of overthought in my home, that sort of thing, or work, and when you're out in the water you can just forget about it, and that's the best thing. How powerful the ocean is, you don't have anything. You can't beat the ocean, it's a good feeling sometimes. It's always just fresh. After a good surf, you feel really good the rest of the day. I have anxiety, even like just from my hair. The stuff you're just always thinking about, but out there you don't have to think about it. No one's watching me. I've had long hair a lot of my life. I used to dye my hair a lot as well. I've always had blonde in my hair at some stage. Had a man bun at one point, had that sort of long hair. I've also had the short hair as well, with just a short back and sides and sort of shorter stuff on top as well. I started looking into options for like regrowth and that sort of thing as soon as I started noticing it, really, because earlier you get onto it, I was always told it was best sort of thing. So I tried just stuff like over the counter. Had some success with just like sort of baby hairs coming back, but no real thick growth or stuff. They get to a certain point and just wouldn't really get any longer. So I sort of gave up that after about like, I don't know, maybe a year or so. So when I turned like 19, almost 20. And then didn't do much about it for a little while. And then I started looking into stuff like your transplants and then your more invasive sort of medications and that sort of thing, which come along with the heavy side effects, which I really wasn't keen on. I think I came across the SMP just through social media while I was scrolling looking for these sort of treatments sort of thing. And then it just looked deeper into it. I didn't really understand what it was at the start. I didn't understand it was a tattoo. And then I went and had a consultation with Caitlin at 21. And I'm 23 now, so it's taken a while to actually get to this point, but I had my first consultation about 2 years ago, I reckon. Really nice, place was really clean, it was a really nice atmosphere, everyone was sensational. It was really easy as well. She wasn't trying to sell it to me, she just told me all the options, showed me a few of her past clients. She explained everything to me from day one, so that was good, so I knew everything was going to happen straight away. I went off from there, she just gave me my quote and that sort of thing, said to get back in contact when I was ready. So again, I went off for that maybe 2 years before I called her again and said, yeah, I'm ready. And since then, we had that one more consultation, talked a little bit about the hairline sort of thing, and then just booked in my first session. So that's it. It's easy as that, really. It was definitely nerve-wracking when I went and shaved the head. I was worried about what was underneath there. Didn't know what shape my scone was. Turned out okay though. It's round, it's the main thing. It's not square, I haven't got any random flat spots, I hope. Yeah, turned out better than I was expecting, that's for sure. Most of my problem was sort of towards like the front. I have a lot of hair loss towards sort of the back and side, so it was mostly just the sort of the front hairline and a little bit at the peak sort of thing. But beforehand, I was like, do I really want to do it? Like I wanted to do it, but I was like, am I ready for it? That sort of thing. And I told myself I was, but once it came off, it felt like I needed to do it anyway. So, like all my friends have said as well, it's much better now that it's gone anyway. I feel like I've lost like a lot of stress over the hair in the past, and now it's pretty much gone. don't have to worry about it. I can drive my car with the window down now. Don't have to worry about people looking at me. Everything's just a lot easier now. I can, I can go to the gym before work and do, a sweat or anything before I'd have to wear a hat after that because, my hair would be greasy or something like that. Whereas now I can just wipe my head with a towel, walk straight into work and not have to worry about it, which is good. It's definitely like the most cost-effective way to get your confidence and happiness back, I reckon, out of all the hair treatment systems. Ongoing costs of medication or that sort of thing, a lot more expensive than $150 shaver that I use every third day, and I need to get touch-ups. So I think it's every like 4 to 7 years it can last. Much easier. Charge up my razor every couple of days, shave my head. So ongoing cost-wise, it's a lot more effective. If I wanted to go for hair transplants, for example, nothing's guaranteed either. Whereas, I'm guaranteed a hairline right now.